What's up, everybody? Welcome to Here's the Deal.
It's going to get salty today. It might get salty today.
Salty?
Who knows?
I feel like it's always salty with you.
I've had some salty snacks today.
I feel like that's one of the main reasons that we're friends. I prefer savory over sweet.
Yeah. Allie, are you a savory or a sweet?
Savory.
You can eat your bag of Cheez-Its if you want.
I didn't put it behind
No,
me.
you actually
Of course. If you follow us on any of our social platforms, Allie is solely responsible for all of the snack tweets.
Snack culture is 100% Allie.
Yeah,
No,
snack
it's a thing.
culture.
I'm just always hungry.
Yeah.
It's true.
Aren't we all?
Yep. So, yeah, Allie is 100% behind
Yeah,
snack culture.
it's been a while.
It's been a hot second.
Yeah.
We've missed you. You've been out.
I have been out.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of club season right now.
Man, it is bumping.
Yeah. Bumping.
And the middle of NPF.
Yep. Middle of MPF too. Wow.
Like, wowzers.
How could I forget?
Yeah. First of all, I feel like we need to give a shout out because someone stopped you in Colorado.
Yes.
And she said that she stops her class every Wednesday and makes them watch the entire Here's the Deal show.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to you.
Yeah.
And educating the children.
If you have not won Teacher of the Year yet in your career,
yeah.
this is your year, and we're gonna make a petition for it. But like somebody,
I feel like we should send her something.
Yeah, somebody in class, because you're watching. I'm sure she stopped class. Like, comment on Facebook if you're allowed to have your phones.
Yeah.
In
Only
class.
if you're allowed. We're not advocating for you to be.
Pull your phones out and comment, and so we can give you a shout out. We want to know where you are.
Yeah, there was a ton of people who stopped. I mean, it ranged from club coaches, college coaches, parents.
And they're just telling you how much they like you?
No, I mean, they like.
We got stopped multiple times.
They love Here's the Deal.
Okay.
And they were asking about you, where you were, and I said, she's boring. She's in the office. You know,
with back to back
yeah,
meetings
and
all day.
I told him that we both made different lifestyle choices.
Yes. And I'm regretting mine, and Chez is living the dream with you folks, with the people. Chez is a person of the people.
A person of the people.
Of
the softball people.
Of the softball people.
Yeah, I mean, so many coaches out there, so many teams. Holy cow. It was kind of overwhelming for both Allie and I. Yeah. But just an amazing event. We were covering the Colorado 4th of July, also known as the Sparkler and Fireworks Tournament. And there was just heavy competition. At the 18U level, we saw the Oro Valley Sun Cats win the Power Pool with Tampa Mustangs. TJ finishing second. And then in the TV game, we saw the Louisville Sluggers Hecker take the championship in a absolute slugfest. The final score was 12-10.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We hadn't had Colorado for several years, and I was really excited that it was back in our kind of lineup for this summer. It's a phenomenal tournament, and it's really cool that you guys got to go out there, and you're a little bit of a celebrity, so people want to hear what you thought of Colorado. So
softball celebrity. I don't know how much weight that carries.
I think it carries quite a bit.
You know, I'm just me. And then also a shout out to the Bombers Burgess team who won the 14U Power Pool, which was very competitive. And then just down the road at the Boulder IDT, Athletics Mercado won 3 out of the 4 championships. Can you believe? Like it,
I actually can believe. Like it's just a phenomenal program. Like, I mean, there are a bunch of phenomenal programs, but they're killing the game.
Yeah, I was absolutely stunned that they were able to win at all those different divisions in those different tournaments. But moving on to NPF, wow, what a season it's been.
What a great season.
And Allie and I actually ran into Hannah Flippin, who is killing the game.
I like the Chicago. Is catching on, killing the game.
She was. She is.
Yeah.
She had 2 home runs the other day against the Aussie Peppers. We ran into her, and she gave us a ton of love, saying, "Hey, us pro players, we love that you guys are covering the NPF," and it was really nice to hear because, a lot of work goes into this, guys. It's not that easy. Yeah. We have to be pretty nimble. And I think a lot of different hats.
I think just as excited as Hannah had has mentioned that the pros are for us. Like, it's exciting for us. Like we I mentioned we didn't have Colorado for several years, and we're happy to see it back on our schedule. Like, we're super pumped to have NPF on our platform. Like, it's I think I've mentioned this before. It's we look at it like it's a privilege and an honor to do it. Like, so we want to give the best in the world the best coverage in the world.
Absolutely.
And like, not only that, but Ches and I both worked in the NPF in the past, so like being able to work with those players again has been really fun.
Yeah, it's been awesome, and Allie and I are gonna be out in Chicago for the championship series, which is definitely, I think we're gonna see another great championship series.
Do you think it's gonna be a repeat of last year? It was Pride in Chicago. Right now, Chicago's sitting atop the standings, but Pride is right there, and the Canadian Wild is third.
The records stand the way they are, with the Chicago Bandits with the most amount of wins right now with a 20-4 record.
Yep.
And then USSSA Pride not far behind with a 17-4 record. I don't know. I wouldn't count the Canadian Wild out. They're a team that
a strong roster.
Yeah, like they went through a little dip, a bit of a losing streak, and now they're kind of coming out of it. I just think they're a team to not sleep on, especially once you get to the championship series and it's win or go home. Your records really don't matter, at that point.
It doesn't matter.
So
it's all about those championship games.
Yeah, all about that.
Can I dare say get you to give a prediction here? I just want to put in perspective. The Pride have made the finals, the Cal's Cup finals, every year since 2011. They've either won or they've been second.
Yeah.
And the Bandits have been there. The Bandits are right there with them. They didn't make it in 2017, but
yeah, my prediction is that we'll see those two teams in the champion. Oh, the Pride.
You think the Pride?
I think the Pride.
Oh my goodness! All right,
okay. Allie,
you're gonna give it back to back for the Pride. Allie,
I'm going with the Bandits.
Okay.
I like your spunk.
I
like what you're doing.
It could go either way.
It really could.
Both teams are really gelling right now, so it just will come down to pitching, clutch hitting. You guys know the deal.
You guys know how this goes. The Bandits have a huge pitching staff.
Mm-hmm. They sure do. Well, they needed it, right?
Yeah.
Because the Pride offense
is ridiculous.
They're kind of deep.
Man, I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't even know who I would go
Rachel
for.
Fico, Haley Wagner, Ali Carta, Danielle O'Toole, Kelly Barnhill, Alicia Ocasio, Paige Lowry.
That's the Bandits pitching staff. In case any of you are crawling out from underneath a rock and haven't been following this, that's their pitching staff. That's crazy.
How about? Well, I don't know. It's just I'm looking at these numbers and
Amanda Lorenz is destroying
she's
everything.
Killing it right now. Yeah.
I think she's got a solid case for Rookie of the Year. I said it.
Who else would there be? I mean, I know there's some strong contenders, but she's just having like a standout year.
I know Abby Cheek is killing it. Sid, but I think
Are they putting up any numbers that are close to Lorenz?
Lorenz is just destroying everyone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, unless something. I mean, we still have a whole another half of the season.
We do.
So
we do.
We'll have to wait and see. But I think right now she makes a really strong case for Player of the Year.
Kelly's saying that Avello is having a great season. That's a good call.
Yeah. What a great pickup for the Pride.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the Pride just having another great pickup. Sounds about right.
Sounds like them.
Man. All right. You know what? I would give it to the Pride right now. Sorry, Allie.
It's okay.
I like your bold choice with the Bandits.
I like both teams. Look, if you haven't watched them, they are exciting and just so fun to watch. They look like they're having an absolute blast.
And like you said, don't count the Wild out. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't bet against them right now.
And when you have to pitch that lineup, they're pretty tough.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I do want to give a shout out to Nick Torina. We won't talk about LSU today, Nick. Oh, and Brittany Connors is on. Hey, Brittany.
Oh, BC. I just made that up. I don't really
sure
tell.
did.
I don't really
She
call
sure
her
did.
that.
We never call her that, but we'll call her that now, BC. All right, so that's the NPF.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff happening there.
Yeah. Should we move on to some news?
We can definitely move on to some news.
So
Some more deals coming.
Yeah. So late yesterday, we found out that Rhonda Revelle, head coach for the University of Nebraska, was placed on paid administrative leave pending would you say investigation on?
They said an unspecified review.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're going with. It's an unspecified review.
Sounds like an investigation.
Sounds like an investigation.
Just saying.
A review, investigation.
I'm really surprised.
Somebody right at the top of the show was like, "What's going on with Nebraska?" So they beat us to it. I don't know who that was, but good call. It kind of came out of nowhere. Like
I mean, she's a coach that, I mean, she's for decades has been one of the most well-respected coaches in the country.
Yeah.
She's helped mentor so many coaches across the country that continue to coach. I'm just like completely surprised.
Do you have so the report that came out about 14 hours ago was from where was this from? Big Red Today. Assuming it's a Nebraska outlet. Doesn't really say much about what's going on. Shall you speculate? Do you have any?
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts here?
I'll speculate. I mean, there could have been a number of players that filed complaints against Coach Revelle, which has led to this review. And another speculation is, could this be kind of the pivoting point for this program for them to change the guard?
Because how long has she been in Nebraska?
Oh boy, decades.
Yeah, like Allie may not have even been born.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That is true.
Breaking news in this piece. John Fryer mentioned that he saw her at Noodles and Company in Aurora.
Oh, great place to eat.
Super relevant piece of information for us to keep in mind here.
Thank
John,
you.
thanks for the update.
We needed that. We needed to make sure she was still around. So there was a Revelle sighting at Noodles and Company in Aurora.
Super important. Breaking
Should we
news.
start putting up flyers of Coach Revelle?
You heard it here. You heard it here first. Thanks to John Fryer. Did you see her out?
I didn't. I saw Coach Sipple, but I did not see Coach Revelle.
Okay.
I usually see her.
John saw her.
Say hi.
We appreciate
like
the inside intel, John.
What are your thoughts on the situation?
I don't think it's a changing of the guard. Given, so what they say, it's an unspecified review, right? A quote from who's this quote from? There's a quote. Let me see if I can find it. We take seriously any concern raised regarding our student athletes. As part of our due diligence, Coach Revelle has been placed on paid administrative leave pending the completion of a review. With this being a personnel matter, there will be no additional comment until the review is complete. Mm-hmm. So it makes me think that it's more than just like a changing of the guard. It makes me there are student athletes involved. There's a personnel matter. It makes me think that it's a little more serious than just like a political move to get somebody out of their position. That's my take.
Yeah. Well.
But I literally have just that paragraph to go
Yeah.
on.
I think it makes me like I'm having flashbacks to the Lamar coaching situation, the Louisiana situation, the Todd Bradley situation, where as a coach, what you say to these kids can mean your career. That is like so awful to think about.
I think we might be in a little bit different of a climate, both in the workplace and like in college athletics specifically here. Like, it used to be that you could say anything to your employees. It used to be that you could probably say anything to your athletes, and the power resided in the coach, the company, whatever. But there seems to be kind of this turning of the tide where players can kind of rise up and have an opinion or a concern heard, and like you mentioned, the Lamar and these other
there's
schools,
like so many. I mean, that's just like scraping the surface, but there are a number of cases where something like this, and I don't know the extent to all those different stories, but it seems to happen just like that, and then a whole new coaching staff is
which I don't know, there need to be protections put in place for like if a coach is abusive or, any kind of thing like that. But I think, I think coaches should have the freedom to coach how they see fit. And, what might be a good fit for one player in a coaching staff might not be a good fit for another. Should we all be like uprising and get the coach out? No, not necessarily, unless it's a matter of like some kind of abuse, but it just seems like a little different of a time that we're in.
A more sensitive time?
I don't know if sensitive is the word that I want to use. I don't know what's the word that I want out there, folks. We want to hear from you. I think it's players and student athletes may feel more empowered to have their voices heard. I think sensitive might be accurate though. It's just a more kind of aware environment.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that commercial. It's a father driving car, his son's in the back seat, and he's having a stern talk with him about like not giving your full effort, and do you know how much everybody like puts into how much effort and money they put into you as a player, and for you not to take advantage of those situations. And I don't know, like I don't understand. Like I viewed that as, the dad's right.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't see it as, he's being too hard on his son.
Right.
It's life. Because when you get out there, no one... You mess something up with your job and cost your company thousands of dollars. Guess what happens?
You're going to get a stern talking to.
You get a stern talking to, and you probably get fired instead of like the dad probably hugging you.
Just accountability, right?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Which I completely think is 100% necessary. I don't want to make this a discussion about like, these young whippersnappers in this generation, because every generation talks like that about the next generation, right? So I don't necessarily think it's a generational thing. I think it's more of like it's just a different era. Like the world operates a little bit differently, and there are places and times for stern talking tos and firings and whatever it may be, and we can't swing the pendulum too far into like the sensitivity realm, and we can't swing the pendulum too far into like the authoritarian, like you're going to do as I say because I'm the person in charge kind of realm. This is like a happy medium where the two can coexist. But I'm wondering if athletic administrations are swinging into the sensitivity realm, because there's, like you said, like should do more coaches need to be concerned about like this kind of thing happening? We don't know what's going on in Nebraska. We're just speculating, but is it a sign of kind of how these athletic administrations are thinking about protecting their asses legally, right? I don't know.
Yeah. It's just a different time. but we'll keep up with the news
Yep.
with Coach Revelle.
And John, if you have any more sightings,
Yeah, any more Revelle sightings,
Let us know.
please.
Anyone.
Please let us know. So Robert Cantu says the word is delicate. There.
I see.
What do
I
you
don't know
think?
if that's the word that I'm trying to find. My Scrabble players, like somebody come up with, John, is the tough coaching era coming to an end? Our John who, made the breaking news sighting. I actually think that's true. I think the tough, I
don't know. I don't believe
You don't
it
think
is
so?
because as long as tough coaching is successful, nobody will care about it. No one will give a shit.
That's
about
true. At the end of the day in college athletics,
telling
you win,
me-
you
yeah.
make money. It doesn't,
it.
That's a really good point. Because at the end of the day, these schools in the end, they're all businesses.
Yeah,
And you
is,
win, you
is
make
Nick
money.
Saban not a tough coach? I would say he's 100%
Yeah.
a tough
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
But he wins national championships.
Yeah, Alabama isn't going to get rid of him. No. There are no unspecified reviews around Nick Saban. It's not happening.
It's around the player.
And we're not looking for Nick Saban sightings right now to see where someone is, where he is.
Was he at a Noodles and Company?
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll be a developing story.
Let's change up the mood a little bit. We kind of went down that road. But how about USA women's athletics?
Let's talk about America.
Ooh.
Tell them, Sarah.
Wait, I need to get the quote from our freelancer, Megan Kaplan. Just gave you a shout out. if you're watching.
Kapalak.
I don't think she's watching.
She's not watching.
So in case, again, unless you were in a coma for the last
Off the grid. Maybe
Yeah.
they're off the grid.
off the grid, in a coma, under a rock, the U.S. women's national team won the World Cup. It's not 4 in a row, but it's a historic 4th World Cup for them. But in case you couldn't put these dots together, we're going to put them. The FloSports team has put these dots together for you. Not only on July 7th did the U.S. women's national soccer team win the World Cup.
Tell them.
U.S. softball national team won gold at the International Cup. Thank you. And
That
the
ain't
women's volleyball national team won gold at the Volleyball Nations League. So on the same day, and here I'm going to quote Megan Kaplan.
Here she goes.
4 days after the 243rd birthday of the United States, 3 women's national teams for the United States won gold.
Domination.
You don't get any more America. And then Megan's like, that's got me feeling much more patriotic than any fireworks display. So how incredible
Yeah.
is that?
So incredible.
On the same day, 3 teams
Go America.
won gold, right? Go America's women. Mm-hmm.
Men too.
I mean, men are great, but when in the history of sport has any national team won gold
Same day.
on the same day?
I don't
Men
recall.
or women? This is
It
amazing.
felt like the planets aligned. They didn't.
And the sports
But
ball,
yeah,
the softball,
the softball,
the soccer ball, the volleyball, they all aligned.
exactly. They all aligned, and then there was this eclipse that happened.
It was gold.
Yeah, it was gold. All gold, everything. Allie, we need that.
Allie,
got
you
it.
need to
I
work
got
on
you.
it right now. You can put a snack. You can put a Cheeto in there if you want.
Yeah,
make
there
a
we go.
snack thing.
Perfect.
We need to
Totally.
work on that.
Oh, and not to mention, the junior team took bronze for softball. How about that, folks?
Yeah.
I mean, Mexico was there, Puerto Rico was there, Japan was there. Damn.
I'm kind of dumbfounded by the story. I mean,
Are
I
you
know
feeling very American
I
right now?
am feeling very American right now. We have a little flag hoodie that I definitely should have worn.
Yeah,
I
but you
also
blew
should have
it.
worn this shirt because summer offsite.
Yeah.
FloSports.
I'm representing.
I dropped the ball on it.
Yeah.
But what a phenomenal day for
Felt
sport,
good.
for the United States and for women's sports
Oh, absolutely.
to be on that platform.
Like, compared to 10, 20 years ago, how far do you think female athletics have come?
Oh my!
I know that's like a big question.
I mean, I think we've come a long way, right? I mean, I think the NPF is enjoying some of its most successful seasons so far. It's been around 14, 15 years. We have women's professional hockey. now.
Sure do.
You know, but the WNBA has made great strides in terms of how visible it is, thanks to, you know, partnering with the NBA. But by far and away, the women's soccer team, national team, has just, they've really kind of broken through the glass ceiling. And, you know, it's there, it exists. We're not going to get into the discussion about whether it exists or not. It's there, and they've really kind of broken through. And it should be celebrated. I mean, they're phenomenal athletes playing the game at the highest level and just dominating.
So fun to watch. And for the first time, I felt like I saw athletes just purely being themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whether it was on their social media or on during the game. And I for one became such a huge fan watching them throughout the World Cup.
Yeah, they were free. You know, we've talked about bat flips on the show, and whether you like them or not, or whether you think they're disrespectful or not. We're not going to get into that. But these women were able to celebrate how they saw fit and what they were feeling in the moment, and they got some criticism for it, and they didn't care.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and I don't, you know, certainly some people were trying to put them in a box in terms of how you should be celebrated, but like, they didn't care, and they roused a fan base behind them who supported what they were doing and how they were achieving and how they were empowering other women and little girls to think about themselves and, you know, present themselves in sport.
Oh, absolutely.
Much the same way.
I think we need more of that. And we need the characters in our game.
Yeah.
That's how they stick around.
I mean,
that's like doing the Chamberlain piece.
I was just going to say that. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Somebody who is just stripped down figuratively and literally
literally naked,
talking about like her experience. And I want to see more of that across all sports, because I think that's what's needed. And yes, it does create controversy, but it also creates attention, and it creates more potential fans who will be watching these girls compete at the highest level and in their professional careers.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up Chamberlain's piece, and I was going to go there next. You know, we had all of our company was on an offsite yesterday, and they showed, that was one of the kind of the videos they showed to showcase kind of what which was, I don't know, I felt super proud of it, and I didn't even have a hand in it.
I was shocked. I wasn't expecting that.
But, you know, and she's doing the same thing in a very different way. You know, she didn't win the World Cup, obviously, but in a very different way, she's empowering women and little girls to express themselves and to, you know, play sport and think about themselves in a way that is, you know, allows them to be who they are.
Yeah.
Which is very empowering.
I think what kind of ruffles the feathers is people distinguishing what's appropriate from what's not appropriate in terms of like timing. So, I mean, that's something we'll figure out as we go.
But if you think about it, people just like love transparency, right? Just like seeing all of you, whether it's on social media and stuff, but like, I don't know. That brings out the character in each player and each person. So
yeah, I don't think there's anybody. Well, I'm sure there's some people, but everybody I talk loves seeing the women's national team in the locker room after their win, just going to town.
Yeah, they were partying their faces off.
They were having a great time.
Yeah.
They deserved it.
Right?
No.
It's no different than when you see guys celebrating after the World Series and the Stanley Cup. Like, they're doing the same damn thing.
Right.
Everybody's doing the same thing back in the locker room.
Someone's probably listening to Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Like,
there's champagne all over the place.
Drake's probably playing.
People are, maybe the dudes are twerking. I don't know.
I think they probably are. We haven't seen it. But send us the video.
John is the MVP of this show today. John, need more swagger in women's sports. I 1000% endorse that statement. Love it.
Swagger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Swagger, saltiness.
Let them be. Let them sip their tea. Let them flip their bats. Just stop telling them what to do.
Yeah. You're pro personality.
I am very pro personality, very pro swagger. I'm pro John Fryer. If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry, dude. But you've been the MVP of the show today.
That was a great quote, Sarah. I'm about to like tweet that. Let them sip their tea, let them flip their bats.
Yeah, you'll need to make some kind of template with that.
Yeah.
Now you have
And
a lot.
and Sarah's hand like this.
Like salt. Make a video where there's just salt.
Yeah, I know.
Al, you have a lot of work to do.
I know.
After this
I'm
show.
on it.
Sorry about that. Well, what's next on Flow? If you've been under a rock, we have softball on FloSoftball literally every day.
Yeah. And again, take your pick. Do you want the pros? Do you want club? Do you want international? Like,
Yep.
run it down.
Yeah. So we've got the NPF. You can catch some games tonight with the USSSA Pride, the Cleveland Comets, the Aussie Peppers, the Chicago Bandits. And then on Monday, the Triple Crown USA Nationals kicks off in Georgia. You don't want to miss that. Then we got the NFA Nationals, USA JO Cup Nationals, PGF Nationals. And after PGF, we have the NPF Championships.
Yeah.
You guys better be watching. And then, if you didn't know, we will have the Olympic qualifiers on FloSoftball.
Big deal.
That's right. You'll get to watch the European qualifier. You'll get to watch the Asia Oceania qualifier, and the big one, the North American qualifier. That is going to be absolutely huge. We're going to see Canada, Puerto Rico, Mexico.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Stay with us, folks, because it's gonna be a wild ride this summer. Lots of softball.
All right, folks. We'll see you later.